Good morning to everyone. I'm happy that during the last 15 minutes, the last open spaces also got crowded. I'm very happy to be here on stage and see that so many of you are interested in WhatsApp for Business. Today, I would like to focus on telling you why it is important for your brand to be in the killer inbox, what we believe is to be WhatsApp. And I explain to you what happens if your company does not have the respective presence in such a private channel. So let me start with, by now we have 9:45. It's early in the morning, but I assume, and it's fair to assume, that most of you have already finished the first round of looking and checking into emails and answering emails. It's typically a task that no one of us really likes. And it is pretty obvious to understand why we don't like that, because it is a place that is full of spam, full of stuff that we don't like. So it's a very noisy inbox. And nobody likes noisy places, especially not in the morning, to start your day with. And a noisy place is certainly also not a good place to start your customer journey. I think if you take a look at WhatsApp, WhatsApp is a perfect example of a non-noisy inbox. It's a noisy inbox next to the WhatsApp inbox. And I have an example brought with me, and I will go into more detail later. So you don't have to use email anymore, specifically not if on the mobile phone of your consumers, that noisy inbox is right next to an inbox that everybody likes, everybody loves, like WhatsApp. As I said, a private and secure channel with guaranteed reach. And yes, I really mean guaranteed reach, because there is no one here that leaves messages unread on WhatsApp. I think I never didn't read a message on WhatsApp for more than 24 hours. Except maybe there was a scenario where I did something wrong to a person and I needed to apologize to her, and I was a little afraid of her response, maybe that she wouldn't let me off the hook so easily with my apology. In that scenario, by the way, you might want to send a handwritten letter. And at that point, a quick shout out to Robert. I don't know if he's in the audience. He's the founder of the handwriting company, and they empower businesses to send out handwritten letters at scale. And he told me 2 days ago that people are much more likely to forgive you if they receive a handwritten letter. And I think it is a fun fact that this works so well, because the classical inbox has recovered from being a very noisy inbox as well. So we used to get a lot of spam in Germany in our regular mailboxes as well, but every German actually put a sticker on their mailboxes reading, "Stopp keine Werbung," translating to "Stop, no advertisement, please." And by not allowing advertisement anymore, and the government of Germany actually put power to that label by publishing laws that would make that sign powerful in court, that inbox recovered, and is now an inbox that when I get a letter that is not an invoice, I typically associate stuff in my regular inbox as a positive thing. But the problem with the mailbox, a place where we could start a good customer experience like the handwriting company is doing, is a little bit difficult to serve with our mobile lifestyle, because it's static, we cannot carry it around with us. So the WhatsApp inbox has sort of replaced that for us, for private communications. And in order for me to illustrate what could go wrong and what you jeopardize if you force your consumers in the wrong inbox and you do not have your brand adopting to those new communication behaviors, I would like to welcome Sam, my colleague, here up on stage. Her recent experiences with an online shopping will put some color around the bad consequences of forcing the wrong inbox.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Marco, for the introduction. Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Warren. I am the event marketing manager at tyntec. And I just recently, last month, graduated with my MBA. Thank you very much. Now, I'm not telling you this to brag, although maybe just a little bit. But no, I'm telling you this because I decided to order a brand new evening dress for my graduation's gala dinner. And as this is a retail conference, and then we have a lot of really great retail brands here today, I'm going to go out on a limb and assume that a lot of you are savvy online shoppers like me, and that often you'll order things online for a special occasion, which is exactly what I did. I headed on over to the app of my favorite online realtor, and I ordered 3 dress options for the night. I got the confirmation for my order. I saw that it was going to come in 5 days, and I closed the app. Easy, quick, convenient. Exactly what you want, right? So I close the app, and I go about my day. 5 days later, I get home from work. No package. Where's my order? Strange. So then I go back into the app. I go to my order history. I go to that particular order, and I see that there had been an issue. It was an issue with my credit card. It had been blocked for fraud from my bank. The fraud was me putting my credit card into the ATM and then entering my debit card number, so my bad, but I digress. But was this the fault of the online shop, that my credit card had been blocked? Absolutely not. So what's the issue here? The issue is that I had no idea there even was an issue until my package didn't arrive. A bit annoying, but okay, what's done is done. 3 days till my graduation, and I still want one of those dresses. So I go back into the app, I go to their customer service page. It takes me out of the app to their website and to their customer chat, where I start chatting with a customer service representative and say, hey, just so you know, credit card's good, talk to the bank, we're good to go, I'd still like those dresses, please. They tell me I need to restart the order from the beginning, which immediately triggers me knowing the average delivery time is 5 days. I'm not going to get my dresses in time. And I say, hey, why did it take so long? Why didn't I get any notification right away that there was an issue with my card? If I had have known right away, I could have reordered right away, and I wouldn't be having this issue at all. We sent you an email. It's probably in your spam filter, was the response I got. Now, for those of you at the back, I am rolling my eyes. Really? They want me to check my spam filter for this? Frustrating. But I think, okay, maybe I can have a better interaction. Let's try this again with maybe another customer service agent. I hop on over to their Facebook Messenger page and start chatting with someone new. And to really make this very long, painful conversation I had short, here and here, you can see some of that conversation that I had with them. And one thing not in that screenshot that they said to me that I just, it was so precious. They told me, quote unquote, that it was unfortunate and sad that they had no better notification system for me, but that I should be keeping an eye on the status of my order and checking my email and my spam box to see what was up with my order. Who here has time on a daily basis to go into their email and see if a shop that they ordered from may or may not have emailed them about a purchase they made? Absolutely nobody. So needless to say, based on this interaction, I bought my dress elsewhere. And this particular brand lost a once previously very loyal customer, all because they refused to communicate with me in a method or on a channel that I actually used. They were trying to force me into my messy inbox, that screenshot before that Marco showed of no unread WhatsApp messages and 300 unread emails. That was my phone. I don't have the time. If they had communicated with me on a channel I actually use, I'd still be their customer today. And with that, I'm going to hand it back to Marco, who's going to talk to you a little bit more about that actual solution.
Thank you very much, Sam. It's a horrible story, and I really feel Sam's pain. And we have to admit that Sam is absolutely representing the majority of our age group. I know of the target group that everybody of you has when it comes to online shopping. And it's not just the general behavior of how we do online shopping and how we trust that shipment arrives, is also representative for how we deal with email and how we deal with email inboxes. Adobe has published devastating figures on the outreach of email for millennials. You can really see that the same experience would have been the same no matter if it would have been Sam or 9 out of 10 of our friends. So let us dive deeper and see how that could have changed if the brand would have not forced email, but have actually adopted their own communication behavior to address Sam on a channel that he likes, that she likes. I'm sorry, Sam. I was also thinking about another example of a friend of mine. So taking a mobile customer journey and taking a mobile phone and assuming that you have the option to text somebody on WhatsApp is something that is reality by now. So they have launched it last year, September, and is available for every one of you. So in today's digital world, that means that for some, missing the notification of a cancelled order because of such a bad coincidence of a credit card blocking doesn't need to happen. An instant channel like WhatsApp would have enabled Sam to immediately call a credit card company, which he actually did in the story later on, to redeem the situation, and that would not have caused any sort of loss of reputation for that brand, not even for her bank. Because the fact that her bank blocked the transaction proactively is something that is also comforting Sam. So all of that pain around that story, all of that frustration would have been gone away if only that notification would have arrived. That means that the company knew what the company was supposed to be doing, namely notifying Sam, but they just chose the wrong inbox. But using WhatsApp doesn't stop. Using the killer inbox doesn't stop at loss prevention, right? So there is more to it. Because when you build good customer experiences, people tend to talk about it. So in Sam's scenario, if she would have gotten her 3 dresses and would have picked the dress that she wanted like she initially intended to, I think she would have rather spent the time on the party and talk about the great experience and about her new dress with her friends, rather than booking a flight and coming here to London all up onto the stage to talk to you about her miserable experience that she had. I mean, London is a nice city, but nevertheless, I think talking to your friends about a good experience would be better than complaining here. So, but what would have been if doesn't even stop there. It goes further. Because after Sam received her dress, she tried it on, she took a look in the mirror, and she realized, oh, my shoes need an upgrade too. And as this brand and this online shop was her favorite shop to go to initially anyhow, it is more than likely that she would have turned to the same shop again to also find the respective shoes and to order shoes. Meaning that she would come with her own demand and her business to your brand actively. And I can picture even Sam texting a picture of herself in the dress with her old shoes to that online shop and asking for, what do you have on stock that would fit? What can you recommend me to my dress? What are the options? Or if she would have pictures of shoes that she likes, she could have sent it in. So Sam would come back more and more over time to continue her shopping with her favorite online shopping brand. And at this point, I already want to stop adding up all of the increased value, the customer lifetime value of Sam that this online shop has lost. But it goes even further, because it should go further. Yes. It goes even further, and you may ask, how far does this go? Well, if you think about WhatsApp and how you use WhatsApp, it's typically for you a private channel, and you tend to be extremely open, extremely engaged, right? So you share things. You do screenshots of things of messages that you got. You instantly forward messages that you find funny or that you find disturbing to get feedback from others. So that is something that you need to consider when your brand is using that channel, that you have to be very cautious about how you use it. So we all want to prevent, to create the next noisy inbox, right? So we don't want to just take what we have done and what we have learned, what works for email, and also now use that on WhatsApp and burn that channel. We have to adopt and change the way that we communicate to our customers to really make sure that we can create user-centric services and do not create such bad and miserable services that Sam unfortunately experienced. So what is it that you can have, all of you can have? You can have guaranteed delivery, guaranteed read, you can have media interaction, you can have instant responses, you can have increased customer satisfaction, you can have increased customer retention, you can have all of that through WhatsApp, unless we make the same mistakes again as we did in other channels. We all know how to create good customer experiences, specifically here in commerce and retail. You know how to create great customer experiences. But all of those good practices would go to waste if we would choose the wrong inbox. Or if we would not correctly adopt the behavior that we need to adopt for the WhatsApp channel. So a good experience on such a channel is definitely best facilitated through an agent, right? So if you expect a personalized experience on a channel and you try to do that in an automated way, it will always seem to be a little bit stiff. Now you can say, okay, but doing all of these interactions through agents will be extremely expensive. And I don't think so, because your agents will be capable of being operationally much more efficient than they currently are. Just think about the time that the agents spent to apologize to Sam. So instead of investing that time into apologies, you could rather invest that time into creating more value for Sam, meaning encourage her to be more engaged with your brand and create a better customer reputation. With all that said, you remember that sticker that I was referring to in the beginning that the Germans all put on their mail inboxes? There are digital equivalents to that, right? And it is also WhatsApp's policy that spamming is not allowed on their channel. But it doesn't stop there, that there are policies and stickers on it. There's actually power behind it, meaning that end users are now in full control of what they can receive and from whom they can receive. On WhatsApp, they can natively block and report messages and contacts that they do not like, meaning that when you deliver such an experience and they are frustrated, they will report you, decreasing your overall brand reputation with that channel, meaning you would also burn that channel very quickly. It is not just GDPR that enforces us to follow certain policies, but it also puts the end user in much more power to actually be enabled to block messages that they do not want. And now you can say that, okay, we have a channel at hand that is extremely powerful, where I can get a return of investment in whatever KPI I'm measuring. I just named a few of them. And you may ask us, okay, this is really nice, but I have hundreds of thousands of clients, and that sounds like it is a really big investment, and I'm not sure if that would scale if I roll it out into multiple countries to hundreds of thousands of consumers. But with the launch of the Business API last year, we now have a solution at hand to get a presence for you and to get a communication channel for you that works at scale because it's programmatic. Meaning you can do a lot of automation, you can do a lot of automated agent routing, you can do content analysis. Just picture the fact that these hundreds of thousands of consumers talk to you like they would talk to their friends, meaning they open up and they share a lot of their information, and you have the possibility internally to gather all of these signals and to better create profiles of them and what they really want. Not in order to spam them, but in order with their next engagement to better be there for them to create a better experience. So, if you think that this is a channel where your company should have a presence on, and you would really like to increase the KPIs that I was talking about, we will be sticking around here. Sam and I and the team will be for a moment here at stage, and later on definitely in our booth. It's right over there. It has the tag A9. It's tyntec. It has a big WhatsApp logo on it, so you cannot miss that. So that's it from our side. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a good rest of the show. Thank you.